and so now we look at associate's degree. Okay, so now we're looking at these kids, or the snapshot of the future of what things are going to look like for these kids when they're 25 to 29. Okay, so for Latinos, when 20 to 24, only half left, right? That, and that's only half of the ones that we actually sent to school immediately, right?
Yeah.
No, actually, it includes all of them. So this includes the ones that didn't go to college immediately. But you have half that are not in school, not at work, and then you have half that may be in school or may be working or maybe doing both, which is probably the likelihood for most, right?
Yeah.
And so that's 5 for Latinos, 7 for Asians, 4 for blacks, and then you think that at this point the system had done its part. It's separated, the wheat from the chaff, the weak from the strong. Anybody who stuck around was college material, but now we're looking at them with associate's degree. That's a 2-year degree. So out of those 5 that were left, that had the possibility for Latinos, only 3 got at least an associate's degree, right? That means that those other 2 are at work now, right? With the Asians, no change. Not a single thing has changed. Those 7 that stuck in school at least now are at least working. Oh no, these got an associate's degree. They at least, so yeah, they go.
So they continue.
They continue, yeah, all the way through. And then for blacks, they lost another one too. So we're tied with the African Americans. Out of 10, 3 have stuck it through at least to an associate's degree. Doesn't mean they all got bachelor's degrees. Doesn't mean they all got master's degrees. Doesn't mean they all got doctorates. Just associates. Okay. And so let's take a look. And so I started asking my question, just being cynical. What is it about the Asian is that they survive and they succeed, and I said maybe they're just smarter. Maybe it's in their DNA. And I know.
I think it is. It has to do I don't know. Maybe they're more I don't want to say hardworking because that could be anybody.
Yeah.
But like my neighbor across the street, she's Asian, and like she tells me all she has to go through just to put her daughter in college. She works. She does nails.
Oh, it's funny too because I've grown up surrounded by Latinos, going to school with Latinos my whole life, and now I taught, large populations of Latinos, and I went to school with a lot of Asians too because I went to good schools, right, high school and college, and I was surrounded by a lot of Asians because I was in the programs. I took all the math and science programs, engineering programs, classes. I was always interested in that stuff, and part of me always said, fuck that shit, I'm going to be in those classes. They're in those classes for a reason, and I hear what they talk about, and I hear what my gente talk about, and what they're aspiring, what their priorities are. I'm going to go hang with those that are looking towards the future, and I was tempted to bring up a lot of things, call out a lot of dirt, but I said, this is not the appropriate time or place to do that in this presentation. I just want to create awareness right now, but yeah, no, I know it's not in their DNA, but there is something that they do different, right? And the thing is, we never ask, we just go about our own business, doing our thing. It's like, and you're telling the story already. I mean, I know what the story is, and you're telling it, it's like, this woman is busting her ass to keep her kid in college, and that's what it takes, and, sometimes other people bust their hump too, but it may not be for that reason. And so,
yeah. I think sometimes it just depends on the kid that's going to college. Does he want to go or he doesn't want to go?
all babies are born equal. All babies are born not thinking about college, and somebody has to put that in their heads, right?
Yeah.
Somebody has to demonstrate that to them. You're doing it right now. I mean, you're doing everything you can to put them in the best schools, where that they'll actually talk to them about college. Whereas when you shared your experience, there wasn't a single person that brought it up. And so there's a reason why you're not sending them to your local public school, correct?
Yeah.
Right. No, that there are reasons why. Uh, but you know, it's always been taboo to talk about these things, and I'm trying to bring them up because they need to be talked about. You can't talk about, and you can't move forward without actually, you know, let's call our stuff out. But anyways, moving along.